We begin tonight with new body cam footage from the night Gonzaga head basketball coach Mark Few was arrested for driving under the influence in Coeur d'Alene.
He was cited for misdemeanor DUI that night and will serve a 3-game suspension. We asked for this footage because he is a public figure and we want to learn more about what happened in the moments before Few was arrested. We also wanted to see how the police report of Few's arrest lined up with what actually happened in the video. KREM 2's Ian Smay has been watching the footage today.
We received more than 3 hours of body camera footage from the night Few was arrested and cited for DUI. It shows the entire incident from when police pulled Few over to when he was released from custody. After being pulled over, Few first tells officers he hasn't had anything to drink.
How much have you had to drink today?
Not at all.
Nothing?
After speaking with Few about his day on Hayden Lake with his family, the officers ask him to step out of his vehicle. He initially refuses.
I'm asking you to step out of your car. Are your dogs going to jump out? Do you want to roll up the windows?
No.
Or roll them up halfway just so we know they're not going to jump out?
No, I'm not going to step out, so...
Okay, well, you don't have a choice.
After Few exits the SUV, the officers tell him they want to do an evaluation of him. He refuses, saying it's because of previous injuries and his feelings that the field sobriety test is subjective.
So why don't you want to do the evaluations?
Because I don't, even if I am standing here on one leg or 2 legs, it's totally subjective, and I don't trust subjective deals.
Few goes on to admit he had drank during the day, but that he stopped hours ago.
And you told me that you had nothing to drink?
Earlier on, I had a couple beers, but I've been literally cleaning up the beach and doing everything. And
when was the last time that you had a beer?
Probably 4 hours ago.
4 hours?
Yeah.
And you said you had a few beers today?
No, I didn't. I said I think I had 1 or 2 beers.
Okay, so you had 1 or 2 beers. Last drink was 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
They detained Few for refusing the tests and put him in the back of a police vehicle. He's visibly upset. Few ends up taking 2 breathalyzer tests, during which he blows over the legal limit.
So your 2 results were a .119 and a .120. All right, so like I said before, limit is .08. So you're above the limit. I am placed you under arrest for DUI.
After going to the hospital due to Few requesting a blood test, a sergeant explains why he's only getting a citation.
The officer who you've been dealing with didn't know your name to the extent of who you are. And I'm not here about your case or what occurred or anything like that, sir.
I got you, bud.
What I stopped by for essentially was, hey, I'm like, he's a great guy. He's in Spokane. This guy's going. There's really no reason we need to book him probably in jail, so let's just give him a citation.
In addition to his 3-game suspension, Few was also fined $1,000 as part of his guilty plea. He also has to complete 24 hours of community service by February of next year, along with a year of unsupervised probation. Other penalties include an ignition interlock system on his vehicle, and his license was suspended for 90 days starting on October 6th. However, starting on November 5th, he will have temporary driving privileges in order to go to and from work. In the newsroom, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.